Typical day before I met you and we started working through things, I would pretty much start my day around 5 a.m., which I still do because I'm an early riser, but I would
Yeah.
work in the business up until about 4 and then go home, do the family life. And then from about 8 o'clock, after I put the kids to bed, I would work up until maybe midnight, two in the morning. And that would be every day. And I just was feeling burnt out. I felt like there was no end to this. I didn't feel like I would be able to get out of that rhythm. So I knew something needed to change. And when I saw your posts, it really resonated to me because I knew I needed to do something different than what I was doing. Now my schedule, I still wake up at 5 in the morning to go to work, but at 4 o'clock, I pretty much stop working. I pick up the girls from school, we go home, we have our regular bedtime routine, and then after that, my wife and I, we kind of just catch up, relax over the day, or we go to bed early, depending on what we need to do the next day. And then on the weekends too, instead of being worried about, okay, I need to get all this stuff done, I'm totally carefree because I know my important items are already taken care of because they're in my calendar during a time that I can work. So
Dang.
so now I have more of I feel like a weight is lifted because I'm in control of my time and what I need to do throughout the day.
That's so cool. Like, how does that feel to still have like your business running and growing and you're working less and you're more focused?
It feels really cool because I feel more productive. And there's more of like a straight path instead of like chaotic, like my to-do list is like a mile long and you can only get like to one or two things. Now it's like more categorized. It's like, okay, I need to get this done today and I'm gonna do it between this time and this time.
All right, super excited for this one. Today we've got a client interview with my client Roger. Roger, thanks for jumping on, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Mario.
All right. So we were talking about this before, but basically the goal for this is just to get to know you a little bit and hear about your story and going through the Driven Dadpreneur Accelerator, really in the hopes that somebody who's listening to this or watching it feels connected. So, first thing is just tell us about who you are, where you live, tell us about your family and what you do in your business.
So my name is Roger Padilla. I live in a small town in California called Solvang, California. It's in Central, right on the coast. And I own a construction business. We specialize in tile and stone, custom tile and stone installations. And I'm married with three children under four, 1 year old, 2 year old, and a 4 year old. They're also very active. They're ice skate, they're in gymnastics, and I ride motocross, so we go out and we ride bikes as well. So very active home life for the girls. And but yeah, so I'm just trying to build the business and have a good balance of work life.
Absolutely. Yeah. Every time we talk about the weekends, it's always like there's something, you're at the age, like the same age my girls are, where there's something going on. So, how did you initially hear about me and Driven Dadpreneur?
I actually heard of you at first in Instagram. I saw one of your posts that really resonated with me.
Yeah.
Struggling to build the business, but also struggling to find time for the family. So that really
Yeah.
resonated to me, and that made me reach out to you.
Awesome. Yeah. And so, tell us a little bit more about where you were at before the coaching process. Cause I know that, business was growing, looking to put some systems in place, but like, what was your situation before coaching that made you want to reach out in the first place?
So a typical day before I met you and we started working through things, I would pretty much start my day around 5 a.m., which I still do because I'm an early riser, but I would
Yeah.
work in the business up until about 4 and then go home, do the family life. And then from about 8 o'clock, after I put the kids to bed, I would work up until maybe midnight, two in the morning. And that would be every day. And I just was feeling burnt out. I felt like there was no end to this. I didn't feel like I would be able to get out of that rhythm. So I knew something needed to change. And when I saw your posts, it really resonated to me because I knew I needed to do something different than what I was doing.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people who are watching this maybe are resonating with that. They might be watching it like late at night, taking a break from like the grind. And so appreciate you sharing that. So once we got started, like what were some of the most beneficial aspects of the process that helped you? Um, yeah.
So the most beneficial, I would say, would to be more organized with my time.
Yeah.
Uh, because you taught me to like prioritize my top priority things. start delegating a little bit more on the lower priority. I have a team of in the business, and so you need to learn how to delegate all of the minutia stuff that doesn't. It's all the low level things, right?
Yeah.
So I can focus on the high level. And most importantly was putting a time and blocking a time in my calendar to find and produce the high level items during work hours, not at home.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know that once we got through like the weekly like planning, engine in that process, you like came back and you're like, I just feel like I'm so much more productive now. So can you describe to me like, I don't know, was there something specific that before would have taken you a longer time and now you have more like clarity on that? So can you just share like how specifically did that help you?
It made me more, I would say, be accountable for my own time and
Yeah.
not let anybody else like dictate, what I needed to do. Because before, fires would always happen in the day, so I would just jump on that, and my top priority things would always get like pushed to the back, and
Yeah.
I either have to stay up late to get that done, or I have to do it the next day, which kind of screws up the rest of the schedule. So now I'm more of like, okay, this is my time to get my things done. Fire's gonna come up. The fire can wait. Someone else can deal with it if they really need to.
Yeah, yeah, just like really owning like that CEO identity as well.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, the productivity is huge. I'm curious, was there anything else that kind of stood out to you as something that like really helped through the process besides the weekly planning?
Yeah, so it's kind of tied to the weekly planning because now my relationship with my wife is a lot better. We communicate better about what the plan is for the week and for the kids a little bit better, and we're more aligned as far as the weekly schedule, who does what.
Yeah.
We talk more. We actually have the time to like sit down and just relax, the two of us, and talk about whatever we want to talk about instead of like, okay, here you take the kids this day and then I gotta go and run, right? So it's more we have a better communication cadence, I would say, which has helped our relationship overall, like just complete.
Yeah, because I know that your wife is involved in the business, and a lot of people who are maybe listening to this or watching it, wife is involved in the business, and then it kind of like just that's all you talk about. And a lot of times it becomes reactive. But once you put your own planning in place, then layered that in with your wife, then you were able to just get more proactive on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, definitely. And she feels a difference too. She knows that, the time to work is during the work hours, and then at home it shifts a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool because like a lot of times we don't think about how our own like reactivity or overwhelm or stress like impacts your wife or your family and how by you taking ownership of yourself and your own schedule, then that has a ripple effect to the whole family. So that's
Yeah.
really cool. So yeah, once now that you put some of those, actually one thing I'm curious about is because you kind of said before what your schedule looked like. What does like your schedule look like now that you're more dialed in, more productive, and delegating more.
So now my schedule, I still wake up at 5 in the morning to go to work, but at 4 o'clock, I pretty much stop working. I pick up the girls from school, we go home, we have our regular bedtime routine, and then after that, my wife and I, we kind of just catch up, relax over the day, or we go to bed early, depending on what we need to do the next day. And then on the weekends too, instead of being worried about, okay, I need to get all this stuff done, I'm totally carefree because I know my important items are already taken care of because they're in my calendar during a time that I can work. So
Dang.
so now I have more of I feel like a weight is lifted because I'm in control of my time and what I need to do throughout the day.
That's so cool. Like how does that feel to still have like your business running and growing and you're working less and you're more focused?
It feels really cool because I feel more productive. And there's more of like a straight path instead of like chaotic, like my to-do list is like a mile long and you can only get like to one or two things. Now it's like more categorized. It's like, okay, I need to get this done today and I'm gonna do it between this time and this time.
Yeah. That's so cool because I remember you saying that on the first call, like this is what I'm working. These are what my hours are, and I'm like, do you want to be working like this? And you're like, no. Like, what's a perfect situation? I'm done at like 4 or 5, and for you to like actually put the systems in place, take action, and be consistent with it, and actually be there for your wife and your kids. That's so cool, man. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm curious, like, what other results stand out to you as something like you're proud of from this process?
So the other thing would be like I was always focused on like the business growth and the plan that the business was going to go on. After the coaching with you, now I have like a personal growth with my family and my kids.
Yeah,
So we have planned vacations throughout the year. Obviously, they're in sports, so there's stuff that we have to do on the weekends. So creating a schedule around that as well and knowing what we're going to be doing throughout the year has totally helped me kind of like, okay, yes, today is challenging, but in 2 weeks we're going to go camping on a camping trip, right? So we know what's going to be happening, and it's more of like just following the routine and plan that we've laid out throughout the year for our family.
and how has that, I don't know, how has that impacted your family or how you're showing up as a dad?
Um, I really like it, and I think they like it too because they're involved as well. We have that calendar,
Oh
and
yeah,
they start following the calendar and like, okay, we have school today. Oh, we're gonna go to our recital this weekend, and then this is someone's birthday, right? So they from a young age are already starting to plan things out and know how to follow a schedule. Um,
yeah.
it's really surprising too because they'll be getting ready and my oldest at 4 years old, she'll be like, "What's the weather going to be like today so I can know what to wear?" And it's like, so she's already planning, right? Which
Yeah,
is
she's thinking.
really cool.
Well,
Yeah,
it's because yeah, we use the same calendar, and my girls are like, "Is it my birthday? Like, is it my birthday soon?" I'm like, "No." Like, let's look at the calendar. Let me show you how many days, and then they understand. And even like planning like daddy-daughter trips, you can show them when they're going to be working on it. So it's just a fun way to get the family culture involved, and I think that's so cool that you did that. So yeah, as you just kind of reflect on where you were at before and where you're at now, how have you changed as a person through this process?
I've changed in a way where I have to pull myself out of the day-to-day grind and focus more on a high level view. And because the day-to-day grind will put you in a circle that's like never ending. You need to like pull yourself out of that and view the future and view what's actually important to get to your goals and what tasks or schedule you need to do to get there instead of like the day-to-day grind because that's always gonna happen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and I think I've seen that so much. Like it was like you were like the operator before, and you were like really grinding, and then through these past couple of months, you fully stepped into that CEO, like CEO version of you. That's
Yeah.
thinking long term, hiring your sales managers, more focused, more dialed in, and that's just been really cool to see. And one thing I just want to highlight about you is you are so ambitious and so driven. Like you have this massive like 10-year goal for your business and your
Yeah.
life, which is super cool. And you're so humble at the same time that I I just really admire you for that. And I just think it's been so fun to work with you and watch you go on this journey. And so I just wanted to highlight that. And so yeah, just like last question, any pieces of advice that you would have for somebody who's in those beginning stages or they're thinking about reaching out or even that version of you before you started, what would you say to that person?
I would say if you're struggling and it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you're definitely not alone. And the way to get out of that is to find some help to help you do it. And with your community, everyone is in that same boat. Everyone can relate to it, right? We're all trying to be good business owners, leaders to our employees, and also to our families. So seeking help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength to where you're trying to pull everyone together to help you get to where you want to go. So go out there and find someone, a mentor like Mario, to help you get to where you want to go because you won't be able to get there alone. You need someone who's actually done it and helped other people do it. So that's the kind of track record you need to find, and Mario has that.
Let's go. Roger, mic drop. That was fire.
Thank
So
you.
thank you. Yeah, I agree because I've always just had this mentality of like an athlete. An athlete always has teammates. An athlete always has coaches, multiple coaches to help them become their best. It's the same as entrepreneurs. That's the way that we've got to think. And I think that's why you have built your business to the level that it's at. And that's why I just know that you are going to be successful moving forward and you're going to hit that target. And it's just been so fun to partner up with you. So want to say
Yeah.
thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hear you. It's funny because I'll catch myself doing like, entering all the lead, make sure all the stuff is correct, and I catch myself because I hear you in the background. Do you really need to be doing this? Like, who else can do it? I'm like, wait, let me have my assistant do this. I don't need to
Ye-
do this.
There we go. Yeah. The question is always like, what would CEO Roger do? What would Roger 10.0 do? And
Yeah,
so that's so cool. And so for anybody who's listening to this, watching this, you're resonating with it. You're that CEO, your business is growing, you've got young kids, but you're in that grind and you're looking for help leveling up your systems, your mindset. Click the button below, send me a message, book a call. Would love to talk to you and see how we can help. Roger, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate
thanks.
you.